Pantoufleee! Hello everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new in-shop video concerning the T34 that is available in the shop for 5.5k gold, and you have plenty of things with it. You have 9 equipment slots, the legendary camouflage, the American Eagle attachment, the Blitz Order avatar. You have plenty of things, and you also have 30 days of premiums, at least it seems in the picture, but it seems like they forgot to put it in the... oh no, it's here. 30 days of premiums. So 5.5k gold for all of that plus 500,000 credits. Is it worth it? Let's face it. Yes. This offer is amazing, but let's talk in detail about the tank because that's what this review is all about. So T34 had been implemented for a while now. It's no longer a surprise for most of you. Most of you already know what to expect from the tank, but for those of you who still don't know, this review is for you. Let's talk about the armor profile first. So the tank armor got buffed. I don't remember in which update, but they buffed a little bit the frontal armor. It's not enough to make it quite broken, but at least if you manage to angle this part, you can still bounce shells, even if you need to angle it quite a lot. But most of the time, don't try to show your all. That's your weak spot. Everybody's gonna go through regardless of where they shoot. You have extremely weak side armor as well, so don't try to side scrape with this tank. It's not made for it. What you need to know concerning the armor profile is that you have one of the strongest turret armor in the game. With this tank, it's all about showing your turret only and watch people bounce you. Of course, you need to be careful about one thing because you still have a weak spot, even knowing your turret is quite strong. The first weak spot is the cupola here. That's pretty much the weak spot that tier 7, tier 8 are gonna try to go through, but it's really hard to penetrate it except if you really have a high penetrating shells. And also another weak spot not a lot of people are aware of, because most of the time this weak spot is only for tank destroyers that have a really good penetration, and by really good penetration I mean 270 millimeters or more. It's the turret cheeks, because actually if you shoot here or here you can penetrate the tank if you have really good penetration, but most of the time it's not gonna happen, let's face it. Also, you have a huge gun mantlet, so when you're playing with the tank and you're reloading, something cool to do would be probably to try to wiggle just a little bit. If you wiggle a little bit, you allow your enemies to shoot at your gun mantlet instead of your turret cheeks, and if you do that, you increase chances of not getting penetrated and therefore not taking damage and sustain longer on the battlefield. That's it for the armor profile. Now let's talk about the gun. I told you that this tank is amazing all down, and not simply because of the turret armor, but also because of the gun. You have 10 degrees of gun depression, so it's gonna work on mountains, ridge lines. The T34 is made for that. You need to take a spot where you can show only your turret on a mountain or anything like that, because of course, if you manage to angle just a little bit your tank, imagine your gun is like this, of course, they're not gonna be able to see your cupola, and it makes you nearly impenetrable in all down. That's what you need to do with this tank. So now, overall, the gun is extremely good in terms of penetration. You have 248 with base penetration and 297 with APCRs. It's quite a lot for tier 8. You're not gonna struggle penetrating anything at tier 10 or at tier 8 or even at tier 9. The reload time is quite average, 11.9 seconds. So you have an average DPM of 2k, average gun dispersion, and a lot of aiming time. That's the main problem with this tank. Before shooting, you need to be completely aimed. Also, now, regarding maybe the mobility, real quick, you have a bad mobility. The T34 is not the tank that will allow you to take advanced position at the beginning of the game or anything like that. So if we sum up, really strong turret armor, extremely good gun in terms of penetration, 400 alpha damage, by the way, I forgot to mention it. And yeah, overall good gun depression, so a tank that works well with the big turret you have. No armor on the whole, not a good mobility, but overall a really good tank to learn how to play all down. One of the best in order to play all down, I think, and in order to learn this playstyle. So I would recommend this tank, especially in the juicy offer wargaming pod, because 5.5k gold for that is extremely worth it. Now, how am I playing it? Real quick. For the provision, I go for the last 3-in-1 as always. For the munition, 20 regular AP, 10 APCRs, 4 HEs. And for the equipment, I go first for the gun rammer because I don't need to increase my penetration. I told you it was great already. After I go for the enhanced gun lane drive because because my aim time sucks, and as I really want to improve my aim time, I also go for the vertical stabilizer in order for me to reduce maximum my aim time. I don't really need to go for the refined gun because I'm not going to try any snapshots. I really want to be able to focus as fast as possible using this tank. Now, I go for the defense system because I'm not going to ram anybody because my mobility sucks. After I go for the improved assembly to improve a little bit my my HPs, then I'm going to tell you why I don't go for the enhanced armor. Most of you will say, yeah, why don't you go for enhanced armor, regarding the fact that your turret is amazing, you can increase the armor on your turret. It's useless because most of the time you have enough turret armor to bounce everything you're going to encounter, so I would rather count on more hit points than actual enhanced armor. After, I go for the toolbox plus 30% to module repair speed because enhanced track is useless. Improved optics because I'm not going to camp, so I don't need the camo thing. After, improved controls because even if my mobility sucks in terms of traverse speed and also top speed, I would rather increase my traverse speed with this one because you are getting easily circled with this one. So by focusing on only the traverse speed, I allow myself not to get circled quite easily. And finally, I go for the consumable delivery system because with 11.9 seconds of reload, it's useless to go for the plus 30% duration of consumables because you're never gonna be able to shoot twice. So yeah, overall, that's how I'm playing the tank. Now let's go for some live replays. Let's hit battle and see what kind of matchmaking is waiting for us. But what I like about the T34 is that regardless of what tier you're playing, you still have the same playstyle because your turret is quite strong, both at top tier or bottom tier. So here we are in a tier 8 matchup, which is quite fun. That's quite fine to be able to play against tier 8s only, so I can show you how the tank performs tier to tier with everything. So, I told you, you need an all-down position. On this map, I have a pretty good all-down position, but the main problem is I lack of mobility. So if I try to go here, I'm probably going to take a shot. Is it worth it? Yes, I'm going to take the risk. I just hope I'm not gonna take too hard. No, you know what? I'm gonna change my plans simply because nobody's following me. If they want to play it on the right, it seems, I'm gonna play it on the right. I still have all down position on this side as well, so it's not a problem. And I think I did the right thing by not going there because as you can see, they are all trying to go on the left side. So it was a good idea not to go there because if I was here, I would have been probably alone. So let's go. The point here is to try to take an advanced all-down position. And as you can see, 40 seconds in, and we already lack of mobility. It took me way too much time to get to this position here. But, yeah, sometimes that's the price to pay. Come on. First shot, sneak in, 400. That's some perfect alpha. And I told you, if you can't, and yeah, it's important, if you can't hide your lower plate, you are fucked. Okay, T34 mod 1, nice, we managed to sneak a shot, and the RHM is dead. Alright, it seems like they are, I don't really know how they are playing, but it's really weird how they decided to play themselves. But it's not a problem, I'm gonna go on the RU, I have the gun, the mobility, sorry, for it. Can I maybe sneak a shot on the T34? Yes, I was lucky, because my aim time is not the best, so I was lucky that this one went through. But yeah, regardless, maybe I can sneak a shot. I'm using the RHM to cover myself. It worked. I can use the thing because I forgot to tell you, but the T34 has quite a high, how can I say this? It's quite high. So you can use other tanks in order to protect yourself. That's what I'm using with the RHM. It's gonna work pretty effectively. I'm just waiting for the T34 to do a mistake, but I don't think he's gonna do any mistakes. You know what? Let's go on the T26C4 instead. Can we sneak a shot? Come on. Can the pressure work? Nice. We managed to kill the guy. Now we have to deal with RU, T34. I'm probably going to go for the RU. I'm going to take a shot here. Okay, missed. I still have a good... Yeah, I'm still in good position here. That will allow me to maybe bounce the T34. No, it didn't work. 7, 6. I'm gonna count on the fact that I've probably a better equipped tank, so I'm gonna shoot before the T34. And I think it's... Oh no, it's not gonna be the case. I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised. Oh yeah, T32, sorry, drop down. That's exactly what we needed. 3, 2, 1. Come on. Yeah. Let's pop some adrenaline once again. Problem is, IS-3 is actually blocking my way on the T32, which is quite upsetting, but let's give it a try here. Okay, we go for a first shot. Chimera goes for one as well. Are gives us a shot, but it's not a problem. I think I'm gonna be the one killing the T32 here, because Ice 3 is probably gonna bounce or something. Nice, 4 kills. Oh, and it's over. So yeah, here I tried all down only. That's all you need to do with the T34. Of course, if your team is pushing and you can push with them, that's what I did. And you're doing actually quite a lot of credits. Just look at this, 3.2k damage, and I managed to get around 17,000 credits. So now let's go for a second replay, which is going to be an ace tanker made by a sub, so you can understand how powerful the tank can be in the right end. So, we have the pleasure of watching the Rafi playing his T34 Independence, and the T34 Independence is not the same as the T34 in terms of static, but overall both tanks share the exact same stats. The main difference is that the T34 Independence has this patriotic legendary camo, and the T34 regular has the Falcon legendary camo, but overall these tanks are the same. So, as you can see, he's bottom tier, but regardless, as I told you, of the tier, your playstyle sticks to the same, and you just need to hold down. That's exactly what Rafi is doing by taking this position. From this one, he can clearly see the P44 Pantera or anything, while showing his turret to its enemy only, and that's some great move. That's exactly how you want to play your T34. As long as you don't show any other parts than the turret, you're the king of the hill. Is he gonna be able maybe to finish the Pantera? No, he's going for more juicy targets. He's right. Oh, he nearly hammerracked the Tiger Tooth here. He was a little bit unlucky that it went only for a damaging module and not the destroying modules. But yeah, overall, the position he's taking is great. That's not the position I'm usually taking with my T34, but it stands out. It's a great one. As long as you know what, as long as you only show your turret to your enemies, you're fine. Let's face it, that's the only thing you need to do. Good snapshot here on the motion as well. Now he's going to try to play a little bit more aggressively, because he's trying to support his WZ11114 that is coming with him. Can he maybe sneak a shot on the Motion? Unfortunately, Motion is quite angled and quite armored, but it doesn't stop the 240 millimeters of penetration if you shoot on the weak spot. He goes for a first shot on the weak spot, the Motion dies, he tries the Ice 3, and I told you, the tank sucks in snapshots. You need to aim. He didn't aim and missed the shot on the Ice 3, but I mean, I can blame him, because the Ice 3 was retreating, so he tried his luck out, and it managed that he was unlucky in the end. So now, can he maybe sneak in another shot on the Ice 3? The game is already a win for him. I mean, just look at the matchmaking. They are 6 against 3. They have twice as much tanks as the others, but it's not a problem. Just look at this. Now, he can simply go in, destroy everything, so I don't really need to comment anything here. That's quite an easy finish. But overall, I wanna come back to the playstyle of the tank. See, as soon as you show other things than your turret, everybody's gonna penetrate you. That's why this tank is for all-down players only. You really need to be careful when you play these kind of tanks, because as soon as you show your hull, you are completely fucked. So overall, that's it for the review. He managed to kill the Tiger 2 without shooting a PCRs, because I told you the great penetration allows you to go straight into the frontal armor of the Tiger 2 without bouncing. So yeah, overall, if we sum up, good armor, good gun, bad mobility, it's your choice now, but let's face it, this is a juicy offer and everybody should have a T34 in his garage. Thank you all for watching and see you soon.